So moving to the next phase, you want to flip those switches down so we don't forget, which would lead to a happy accident or a sad accident, depending on. So we've been working primarily on taking pre-recorded tracks, putting them on the tape, and then lining them back up to compensate for the delay. But let's go into the next phase of using this as an effects box and keeping that delay, right? Because you talk about a vocal sound, and a tape delay, in my opinion, is one of the best sounding things you can do to a vocal. Any tape machine that we restore and sell by MCI has a feature called VariSpeed. Okay, so remember we have the erase head, the record head, the reproduce head. Tape has to travel from the record head to the playback head. That's our delay that we're compensating for with the tab, the transient, and slide over. Well, that's a fixed speed. 15 inches per second, moves across 1.5 inches of time, whatever. We can change the tape. We can change the speed of the tape with a knob and change the delay time. That vocal will go faster or slower from one head to the other to match our tempo. You haven't done that before, so how do you think you would do that on this machine?
So I'm guessing the speed knob here, low, medium, high, and then this
so
reference.
So we're at medium, which is 15 inches per second.
Okay.
And then our reference is fixed, so it's 15 inches per second.
Okay. So I could, if I went from 15 to 30, would that have the delay time?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
But then you're talking about a variable delay,
Correct.
which I'm guessing is this VAR.
Correct.
Knob over
So
here.
switch it to variable, which is VariSpeed.
Okay.
And then how do you think you would control that speed now?
Well, I'm guessing I just turn to the right. It's
The red-
faster
the
or
red
slower.
knob.
Yeah, the red
Yeah.
knob.
VariSpeed is written in red. The red knob changes the speed. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this return in our mix so we can hear it. Actually, I'm going to feature it more so you can hear it. I'm going to hit play and record. You hit play and record. And then you would adjust the speed until you like how it sounds.
Let me experiment with this a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
It's actually a fine control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
That's great.
That's cool.
So that took you like no time at all.
Yeah.
And it was more fun than tapping at speed or having it reference to your Pro Tools sessions tempo.
Yeah.
And I can always find it faster on a tape machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got the delay element happening from the spacing between the heads, but then if you wanted the delay to be a little bit distorted or dirty, you could just use those same input level principles to achieve that.
You do whatever you want. It starts to get like into chocolate peanut butter and all this. You're cooking up a mess. It's awesome. And then some fun things happen, right? And one last thing to show you about delay is we can also get that little repeat thing going too. Most plugins that emulate an analog experience like Echo Boy you can dial out the repeats. Well, that's a feedback thing that I think happened on accident sometime on a console. So I'll show you. So this is our vocal track. This is our send to the tape machine, right? And then right now, this is our return. So if I copied this over, so now I'm sending to the tape machine, it's coming back, it's being sent to the tape machine again, I can control our feedback with this and create a mess. So now if I hit play and record, this is my kind of feedback level. This will be on the edge of a feedback loop. I don't know when it's gonna happen. So we'll just play with it, okay? So I play and record. I'll do the same. That was bad. But let's do it again. So you see I'm moving a fader, right? Same conversation we had before. That's better, right? So then I just do that. Here I am just looking at a screen having fun. Put it in the mix. Right? I mean, is that the final product? Who knows? Yeah. But I'm having fun. If the artist happens to be with me, they're seeing me like having a performance with their music that I couldn't replicate again. The first two I did were completely different. We find the right spot in the song to do it, we overdo it, we back it off, we're done.
When you're marrying these two things, because like you said, that probably, I've heard that in songs, and I've done that on my guitar, effects board, but doing that with tape editing was probably not quite as fun and creative.
Yes.
Whereas
it was a chore.
We keep Pro Tools in the mix because you can see it, you can say, I want that, clip it away, and that was less than a second to clean that up.
Exactly.
But we still got that cool, organic, you're playing an instrument.
I think a listener, consciously or subconsciously, appreciates a difference in the second chorus or third chorus to say, thanks for sticking around, listener. Thank you. Here's the third chorus, a little something for you. So those are the building blocks that you can start plugging in. Let's call it paint. I just showed you red, blue, yellow, whatever. Start making purples and whatever. Just go bonkers. And again, when we're doing our Reels on Wheels roadshow, come to the event, and I'll have a lot more music to play. And again, when you're with other people, it's just a different experience.
Yeah, and side note on that, there's a link below to see the upcoming dates. So check that out. Maybe there's one coming near you. So if somebody's interested in getting one of these, what do they need to do? We've got a link below, but tell us about what options you guys have available.
Yeah, so we've heard them, we've seen them. How do we get one? Great question. Go to our website. We build each machine to order. So we have a nice build your machine page where you can just select the options, the format, whatever, and see the price change in real time. And ordering is really easy. We take a 30% deposit. We build your machine, takes us about 8 to 10 weeks. When your machine's ready, we collect the balance, and we can help with shipping. We ship all over the world. You can come pick it up. If I'm headed to a city near you, we can work on an arrangement there. But they're created and shipped literally all over the world. So we've got you covered.
And I think one thing I recall from the roadshow was that you're not just using the same components. Actually, a restored tape machine from you guys is going to be more robust because it's different parts. Is that right?
Correct.
Like you're using a circuit board that's more resilient. Is that true compared to the original components that were in these?
Yeah, our base model is a restored machine with all the original boards that we put new capacitors on. We've resoldered everything. So in the robust statement, this is more of a handcrafted machine versus when they were mass produced, right? So if you're gonna line, a lot of people talk about the stability of these machines, which I think anything that's 4 years old that hasn't been serviced will be unstable. I think we'd all agree on that. So not only do we restore these, but we hand solder thousands of components. So it is more of a handcrafted machine because we do 50 a year versus 2,000 that they did when they were manufactured. And then you can add those new surface mount component circuit boards we talked about. You can add boards with transformers on there. You can have a lot of fun. Yeah. But, we work with independent artists, so we want to keep the base model. It's going to be a great machine with a warranty and lifetime support available. And then you can add on and have a lot of fun with it too if your budget allows.